Hello dears, welcome to Beauty for Heart. I'm Elaine, as a nice letter. Finally, I'm going to review these two sets from Makeup Rising Phoenix new release, which is the Shifter Ramps Set 1 and Shifter Ramps Set 2. In this video, I'll be sharing with you dears the review, the hand swatches, their inspiration, and a bit of racial harmony. And so, let's get started! Today, I'm using some of the favorite colors from set 1 and set 2 to create this eye makeup look. So there is some pinks, some purples, and some greens. So Makeup with Rising Phoenix just released these two sets, the Shifter Ramps Set 1 and Shifter Ramps Set 2. Last year, I asked them whether they customize shades and eyeshadow palettes because I really like the Huda Beauty new nude eyeshadow palettes, but I find that it's very expensive. I'm totally new to Huda Beauty. I do not know whether their formula will work on me. And that palette alone is around over 100 Sing dollars in Sephora Singapore. That's very expensive. And because I've lots of experience that expensive eyeshadows like Natasha Denona, Charlotte Tilbury fade on me very fast, so I dare not risk to take the $100 over to buy an eyeshadow palette that I do not know whether it will perform on my eyes. I have a lot of confidence in Makeup with Rising Phoenix formula because I've been using their formula and their eyeshadows, so I asked them whether they can duplicate something to that color scheme, and they say yes. And so last year, to my surprise, to do that, they actually bought the Huda Beauty new nude eyeshadow palette for experiment and to do the color. I was really not expecting that. And this year, finally they finished the customized palette and they charged me only about 75 Sing dollars because of the COVID situation. The whole world is affected by the COVID, so that's why they say they just charge a 75 Sing dollars, which totally they are at a loss because that Huda Beauty new nude eyeshadow palette is over $100. But they told me beforehand that they will not do the formula dupe and also color to color dupe, so they will just choose colors that is similar or close to their current colors. I'm totally fine with it, and that's how the two Shifter Ramps set comes about. So I received the customized dupe, then after a while they sent me another one, which is the Shifter Ramps Set 2. So in total there are 30 colors in these two sets. And so when they sent me the customized Huda Beauty new nude dupe, they also sent me a present, my birthday present, which is this. This is their release this year, early this year, Spring of Divinity. And this is all inspired by the deities, the gods, goddess. And this is the 玉王大帝, the Emperor Jade color. These are all shimmers and their shimmers are very, very beautiful. So this is a birthday gift from them. I'm so surprised. Not only that, they made me this huge birthday card. See, the design is so cute. And this is their love note. And at the back, this is their logo. That's so sweet and thoughtful of them. I really did not expect that. This year, 2020, marked the 10th anniversary year for Makeup with Rising Phoenix. So earlier this year, they have released the Spring of Divinity, which I've already shared with you, dears, this palette. And they plan to release this Shifter Ramps set. However, due to the circuit breaker period for the COVID, or more commonly known to other countries as lockdown period, they have to shift their plans. And that also affected their manufacturers. That's why this time around is rather unique. Instead of providing a palette, they only comes with this kind of single sleeve. So meaning when you order the set, Makeup Rising Phoenix will give you this 15 colors of this single sleeve. So if you order two sets, which is 30 colors, you'll receive 30 single sleeve packed separately. When Mr. Guan saw this single sleeve, he was saying, wow, this cardboard is very thick. I'm not so sure where is the manufacturer from, if this manufacturer is from Singapore. Everything in Singapore is very expensive, and this kind of packaging will cost a lot. Inside of this comes with magnetic stripe but I've removed it and then just use it for my own purpose. Quality for this single sleeve is very good because I've ordered overseas indie brands like Sydney Grace, Amy Hart's Beauty. I always confuse that with the beauty YouTuber, and Love Flux Beauty. I have not ordered the singles eyeshadows from them for quite a while, but none of the packaging material can compare with this Makeup Rising Phoenix. Can you just hear the sound? This is very thick and sturdy. And so since they come in packing in separate single sleeve, I put all of them into my own reuse recycle chocolate box. So this black box is actually a Korean brand dark chocolate, and I find that the casing, the box is very simple and I want to reuse it. So I transformed it into my own Z palette, and this magnetic sheet I bought it from Daiso. So all these pens you can just place accordingly to their color scheme. Although they come in separate sleeve like this, but they are not available as a single eyeshadow, meaning you can only buy set by set. Because among the eyeshadow formulas, there are multi-chromes, there are dual chromes with glitters, and these are very expensive. So there's no options for you to get in a single eyeshadow options. And all these eyeshadows from Makeup with Rising Phoenix are cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, and gluten-free. From now till the 28th July, which is according to the Singapore timing, there is a store-wide discount of 36%. But I think when this video is up and published, I think that will be around August time. But no worries dears, if you use my discount code, you will still enjoy 10% discount. And I do not earn any commission, just some savings for you dears. But if you dears are not comfortable using my code, just shop as per usual. Makeup with Rising Phoenix also ship worldwide. For this shifter ramp set, Makeup with Rising Phoenix was inspired by the supernatural shape shifters. This is one of their favorite genres in the paranormal romance, as the shifters are really strong, courageous, righteous, compassionate, protectors and defenders of mankind and other creatures. Makeup with Rising Phoenix always inspired by the mystical fantasy world, either by games or stories. They are very imaginative. So when the COVID-19 struck the world, Makeup with Rising Phoenix decided to wait and release this as a late summer collection. Then after that, the racial riots started, and there are still more racial disagreements around the world. And therefore, Makeup with Rising Phoenix feel that this is the best time to release this collection, as the shifters are basically powerful beings who protect, serve, and walk in the righteous path, making changes in people's life. In these two sets of the shifter ranks, there are many pinks and there are reds. The pinks represent compassion and the reds represent rage and righteousness. And with pink and red, this will help to complete the shifter ramps collection. So that's why they are releasing a collection of 30 shades. The first set talks about the background of the supernatural shapeshifters, and the second set talks about the types of shapeshifters and also the elements that are present in a paranormal romance. Paranormal romance is like romance with different species like human beings, with vampire, with angels, with probably the devil. And as they talk about internal mates, having just one partner for life, and usually this happens only to human. These are released on the 22nd July based on Singapore timing, which is already available now. And on the 21st July, this is our Singapore's Racial Harmony Day. So in a way, actually Makeup with Rising Phoenix also hopes to promote racial harmony in the world. Yes, I will also link you to Makeup with Rising Phoenix Instagram account and also their website. They have posted all the inspiration stories for each of the colors, so if you are interested to find out how they derive their inspiration from, you can go to their Instagram account. And this shifter ramp set are supposed to be the summer palettes, but Makeup with Rising Phoenix purposely did not want to create a rainbow effect collection because many brands have already released rainbow color palettes. So we do not want to produce another rainbow palettes. Instead, they want to stay true to themselves and to this theme, and also have various types of shimmers eyeshadows for the past 10 years. So this is more of a throwback to the types of shades they have released. Yes, it's already 12:30 AM, so pardon me for my softer voice now because I do not want to disturb my neighbors. So this part here, I'll be talking a little more about racial harmony in Singapore. So for this year 2020, it is not already chaotic because of the virus going on. We have more issues, which is the racial riots, as Wake Up with Rising Phoenix has mentioned. So in the US, there is a riot between the blacks and the whites. While I'm born and raised in Singapore, I may not have the first-hand experience of the tension between the blacks and the whites. I do read up some books and also search the website. Here in Singapore, we are a multiracial, multi-religions and multi-language country. Back then in our secondary school days, we studied history, and it was in our history textbook that in 1964, there was a severe racial riot in Singapore between the Malays and the Chinese. Many lives were lost, and that was when my parents were in their 20s, way before they met each other and way before I was born. So touch wood, there isn't any racial riot right now, and hopefully till my lifetime, let's not have any racial riot or any wars. So in Singapore, there's a unique blend of racial culture, languages, and also food. Chinese is the majority race over here, over 76% in Singapore. Then we have also races like the Malays, the Indians, the Eurasian, because we were once colonized by the British. And for the past 15 to 20 years, there's high influx of foreign talents over here. So there are more race coming over here. And in Singapore, our national language is Malay, but our official language is English. So when we have so many race and religions together, we have what we call the rojak fusion. Rojak is a salad. So in a way, that's very interesting because in terms of food cuisine, in Singapore, we have a large variety of food cuisine. Like just Chinese, for example, we have so many different types of cuisine. Okay, all different dialects have various kind of food cuisine. And we also have the Malays, nasi lemak. If you come to Singapore, it's a must try. It's rice cooked with coconut milk. Very, very delicious and very fragrant. And there's mee soto, one of my favorite Malay food, mee siam, mee rebus, the rendang. And then we have the Indian's food. Indian, we have various types. The Hindu, which is the religions, are mainly vegetarians. So we will have Indian Hindu vegetarian food. And there's Indian Muslim food as well, the prata, the nasi goreng. I love Indian curry, the most authentic curry. And we are very lucky because during the circuit breaker period till now, our Indian Muslim neighbor, who is an auntie over 80 years old, she always gave us her home cooked food. She owned an Indian Muslim store and her curry is very, very nice. Just so happened that Mr. Kwan and I love Indian curry the most. And then we also have Western food. We have Vietnamese food, the Korean, the Japanese, the Filipino food. So in terms of food cuisine, we will never get bored. And in terms of languages, when I was young, my parents always told me that the fastest way to learn a language is learn their vulgarities first. It's not a very good way, but it's an efficient way. And so because we have a lot of Chinese dialects and also a lot of languages, we have a lot of variety to score vulgarity instead of the F word. Yeah. And in terms of languages, we fused everything together and formed a unique language called the Singlish. Singlish is where typically in a sentence it comprises of a few dialects and also a few languages just in one sentence. So we always receive comment from the Westerners that They can understand we are talking English, but they do not understand what exactly we are talking about, because what they are hearing is basically Singlish. So in a way, that's why I say for our government, they did quite a good job to maintain the racial harmony. And really, hopefully, we will not have any racial riot, because we are all human beings, we are all the same. Many years ago, I've watched this movie, The Saw. I've forgotten which part of the Saw movie he captured a group of white racists who are teenagers or young adults. And he mentioned this very wise word, which is strike my heart. That is, no matter what color we have on the outside, we all run the same color on the inside. And that's so wise. Alright, that's all for the racial harmony. Now let's go to the review, which you dears are here for. Again, for the shifter rank set, this is set number 1. The pinks, the blues, the purples, and the naturals. And this is set number 2, which is the greens, the pink, some reds, and 1 purple. 1 shimmery purple and 1 matte purple. For their matte formula, this time around I find that there's a slight difference in the texture. Actually, when I was doing the hand swatches, it doesn't pick well at all with my finger. So a lot of time I have to scratch the surface and pick up the loose powder and do the hand swatch. It doesn't show up. But on the eyes, as you dears may already observe from my 3 eye makeup looks for the set 1 and 2, especially when I use the matte eyeshadow on the crease, you can see that it immediately applies to my crease and it blends out very easily. It's very pigmented as well. So it picks up better with brushes and it performs much better on the eyes rather than the hand swatches. And that's what eyeshadows are for. Eyeshadows are for the eyes, not for the hand. And their shimmers, they are always strong in shimmers. Let me just take maybe just any shimmers. This is the Gateway. See, this is so buttery smooth. And very pigmented. I always love their shimmer with glitters. So among their shimmers, there's also duochromes with glitters, which is their unique blend of formula, and they are the first indie brand that comes out with duochromes with glitter formula. And then among these two sets, this color is my most favorite color, which is the Phoenix Paladin. This is a multi-chrome. So let me just share with you. I think I also did a hand swatch in my set 2 3 eye makeup look. It looks so beautiful. There's like a little purple, green, red, gold, and this will be very beautiful on the eyes, which I did an eye makeup look with this. And I've already used these two sets for coming to 2 weeks. I've tried a few permutations, and as you dears may probably observe from my 3 eye makeup looks for these two sets, you will realize I will apply the duochromes, the shimmers, and the multichromes dry with finger. Usually for shimmers, I will just use my finger. For testing purpose and demonstrating purpose, usually I will just apply it dry. And in fact, I've told Makeup with Rising Phoenix, I always apply their shimmers dry because they are already very foiled and very pigmented. But if you were to apply it wet, it will be more foiled and more pigmented. And just now when I was doing this eye makeup look, I accidentally used a wet brush with this color. This is a matte dark purple over here at the outer corner of the lower lash line. My brush was wet and I applied this, and I found out that applying this matte wet also will intensify the pigmentation. But I must say, I think my lid conditions has already changed. As you just probably have watched other eyeshadow palettes review videos, a lot of brands like Natasha Denona, Charlotte Tilbury does not last on me, so it fades after a while. And then I realized after these two expensive eyeshadows, those eyeshadow brands that lasted on me now do not last on me as well. So I think it's my eyelid condition change. So on the main eyelid over here, on the upper eyelid and also on the lower lash line, the shadows pretty much stay the same, but whatever colors I applied in the inner corner, and I usually apply it dry, it will fade after a while. But if I were to use the same inner corner colors on the eyelid, then it would stay. So this is my eyelid issue. So dears, as I've already did a 3 eye makeup looks with these two sets, you may want to observe how this eyeshadow performs on the eyes. So overall, I'm still very happy with their formulas and it stays pretty much the same throughout the day, except for the inner corners highlights. Shimmers are fabulous. They are the first one that comes out with the dual chromes with glitters formula, and their multi-chromes are fantastic. So in terms of color stories, I always admire and kudos the Makeup Rising Phoenix creativities and their inspiration. You'll never get bored with their colors. Like, they always get their inspiration from the mystical world, the gods and the goddess, the deities, the environment, the games, the fantasy games. Like, example for this is one of the first few fixed eyeshadow palette that I bought from them. This is the Greek gods and goddess, and they are inspired after the Greek gods and goddess. And last year for their fall collection, this is their release, which is the Neverwinter Odysseys. Imagine this kind of color scheme for fall. Does any other company produce this kind of color scheme? There are a lot of interesting formulas over here, like this is the multi-chrome, this is the Seraphic Guardian, which is my most favorite color, and I already demonstrate and hand swatch many times. There are dual chromes with glitters as well, the shimmers with glitters and the matte, and this is moody. My room is very humid, a lot of my makeup goes moody. So for this Neverwinter Odysseys, they are inspired after the Northern Aurora light, and they come out with this kind of color scheme that is very suitable and very appropriate for the Aurora. See, they're so imaginative. And then for their last Halloween, they came out with this, The Witch's Redemption. I think this one is inspired after some games. They actually explained this game character over here. And these colors are so beautiful. And there's meaning behind all the colors. And this Spring of Divinity are inspired by the Asian gods, the deities. So we have the Chinese gods over here, the Chinese god emperor that is in charge of all gods and deities. And the rest I think are some other deities from other religions as well. I'm not so familiar with them. So this is an all shimmer palette, and I find that they really stay true to themselves, because as a consumer like myself, I will always prefer some mattes in a palette to create a complete look. But they stay true to themselves, creating all shimmers palettes. I think they are more kind of like artistic than they want to sell, and then they want to sell a product to you. They are very authentic to themselves. And then now comes the Shifter Ram Set 1 and the Shifter Ram Set 2, which again, as I mentioned just now, that inspiration behind it, and every colors has their own story. So you can go to their Instagram account to check out all the stories. So I find that if you are somebody who will really appreciate the authenticity, the creativity, and the sincerity coming out with all these colors and products, you should really go to take a look at Makeup Rising Phoenix. You will never get bored with their colors. They are very interesting colors, very interesting formulas, but sometimes I just like a nude palette, and that's where I requested a customized palette from them. And I told them, especially when I was using this Neverwinter Odysseys, this palette, and their shimmers and their multi-chromes, I find that I'm just stuck with them because I just can't find any click with any other brands. Alright dears, I think this video is quite long, and thank you so much for staying till now. To be in line with our multi-language over here, I'm going to say thank you in our 4 languages, which is thank you, 谢谢, terima kasih, and nandri. And these 4 languages are the English, the Mandarin, the Bahasa Melayu, and Tamil. And also, Gangxia. Thank you so much. And please share with me in the comment section which of this shifter ramp set do you prefer. Is it number 1, which is more of the pink, the purples, and a little blue? And this has more mattes than the set 2. Or do you prefer the set 2, which has greens, the pinks, and 1 purple? Personally, I like set 2 more because it has more color variety. So please comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. Okay, I couldn't really remember words for words. This is inspired after the jigsaw from the Saw movie. We all run the same color inside our skin. And if you dears like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And since I already did 2 videos of the shifter set 1 3 eye makeup look, and then the set 2 3 eye makeup look, you may like to refer to these 2 videos to see how the eyeshadows perform on the eyes. Thank you so much. And may you dears have a peaceful, blissful, and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye!